What's cracking, man? Shiloh's up to 700,082. Yeah, yeah. Her best days are behind her, man. Her best days are behind her, man. Yo, Shiloh gonna have to get an OnlyFans, man. Now, man, if she want to get to 1 million, man, she gonna have to do OnlyFans. Could you imagine what her OnlyFans would do? Her OnlyFans would go crazy. Salute, man. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing? Oh God. Oh God. Salute to Pinky Brown, man. Jacob Mullins, man. Everybody in the building, man. Home Paget, Montag, Shiloh gonna get that OnlyFans cracking, man. And we gonna keep this thing rolling, man. the, it slowed down. It slowed down, but the OnlyFans is next to get cracking. Let's get it cracking. It's also, do you know, do folks know about your new channel? I hope so, man. Ock Nation Gold, man. I want everybody to subscribe there, man. Let me plug my new channel now, man. That's a this is a good time to plug my new channel, man. This is a good time to plug the new channel, man. Great idea, man. Get out of here, Shiloh. I have bigger stuff to do. You're old news, Shiloh. Um, Everybody, make sure you check out Ock Nation Gold, man. Everybody subscribe to Ock Nation Gold. This is the channel we went live on last night, man. You guys missed it. All you guys missed it. All you guys missed the live stream last night, man. Because we went live on Ock Nation Gold, man. Y'all missed it, man. Damn shame, too, man. Y'all missed a good show last night, man. Y'all missed a good show last night, man. I don't know what happened. We're live streaming on there now. We're live streaming on there now. Right now, as we speak. Make sure you subscribe to my new channel, man. Ock Nation Gold, man. We're over there right now. We're over there right now. And we're here. We're streaming in both places, man. We're streaming in both places. So make sure you check us out, man. Last night's stream was good, man. It's only on Ock Nation Gold, man. If you wanted to see last night's stream, it's only on Ock Nation Gold. I want you guys to make sure that y'all check that out. Ock Nation Gold. Man, we got a lot going on tonight too, man. We got a great show for you guys tonight, man. Make sure y'all support the channel. Support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat. Make sure you support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat. Yeah, last night I think we solved, me and Doug Chunks, man. We solved black crime, man. We found the root to black crime, yo. Last night we found the root to black crime. We figured it out, man. We figured out why black crime is so prevalent, man. We figured out why black crime was so prevalent, man, last night. But I can't tell you, man. You got to go watch the live stream from last night, man. You got to go watch the live stream from last night. I can't tell you the secret, man. I can't tell you the secret, yo. I can't tell you the secret. I can't tell you the secret, man. I want to tell you, but I can't tell you the secret, man. Black crime, man. We 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 solved it last night. Jeez. Um, yeah, we solved black crime last night, man. We solved it, man. Y'all wasn't around to see it, man. I'm telling y'all, man, subscribe to Op Nation Gold. How many of y'all are subscribing over there, man? Press one if you subscribe to Op Nation Gold. Because, I mean, you won't be able to see the live stream. Because, I mean, like, most people ain't smart enough to just, like, go to the other channel. So you got to be subscribed to it so it'll pop up in your, on your feed, man. Most people ain't gonna check the other channel. They just gonna be like, oh, he's not live tonight. They just gonna be like, okay, well, he's not live tonight. He's not going live tonight. That's what most people gonna say. Okay, he's not live tonight. He's not going live tonight. Most people gonna say he not going live tonight. So I'm telling you, man, subscribe to the other channel. A link is in the link is in the pinned comment in the chat. Pinned comment in the chat. I put it in a pinned comment in the chat. It's the pinned comment in the chat. The link is in the description box as well. All right, let's go, man. Let's get it cracking, man. Let's get it cracking. Enough talking, man. Enough talking. Enough talking. If y'all not subscribed to Oc Nation Gold by now, the hell with you. The hell with you. You heard? The hell with you. Um,
Hunt is on right now for the 7 inmates at large.
Yo, this dude need a coffee, man. This guy needs some coffee, man. He need a Starbucks, man. Come on, man. Wake up.
Hunt is on right now for the 7 inmates at large. Maddie Kurth is live outside of Orleans Parish Jail, where it all began. Hey, Maddie, any updates from the scene?
Hey, Rob, good morning. Live here outside of the jail. We do have a couple of transport buses here that say Louisiana State Penitentiary heading out of the jail complex. It's hard to tell if that's related to this case or not of these escaped inmates, but that's the latest activity here at the jail. But on top of searching the city and beyond today for those remaining escapees, the Orleans Parish Sheriff Susan Hudson is also looking inward. She launched an investigation into her own employees, so far suspending 3 deputies. Now, Hudson says the jail is only at 60% staffing right now. She and her top officials all saying there are indications that this could have been an inside job. So how do 10 people escape from the Orleans Parish Jail? Well, these photos are from inside the first floor of the jail. They show one way these inmates apparently defeated the system. The sheriff's office says the inmates broke through a wall behind a toilet that was out of view from deputies. They apparently did this after breaking a lock and forcing a sliding door to their cell off of its track. Now, while the jail is reportedly understaffed, one former New Orleans police second in command believes that if there were pressing security concerns, Hudson should have requested outside help before something like this.
And that's where your procedures and protocols will come into play. Given the resources that you have to make do with those resources, but you also have to make sure that your facility is secure. And don't be afraid to reach out for outside sources that may have to help you to do your job until those resources improve.
So Sheriff Hudson is looking into those
This
procedures. She says
man. This is embarrassing. You got 7 dudes still out there, man. This is embarrassing, man. This is so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing for New Orleans, man. God, it's so embarrassing.
Historically, more violence in Central Ohio takes place during the warmer months. There have been more homicides.
Can anybody tell me why more violence takes place in the warmer months, man? Can somebody tell me why historically more violence takes place in the warmer months? I know why. I solved black crime last night on Operation Gold. Make sure you subscribe. Link in the pinned comment. Anybody know why? Anybody know why crime historically increases in the summer months? He said because sons can't afford AC. He said because sons can't afford AC. Yeah, I think JG he said school. When black people's kids are not in school, they commit a lot of crime. And they commit a lot of violent crime. They commit a lot of murder. So why does that just come on like that? So when black people's kids are not in school, they commit a shit ton of violent crime. Make sure y'all support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Who will be the first one to support the channel tonight, man? Who will be the first one to sponsor the channel tonight? Sponsor the show. Who will be the first one to sponsor the show? We airing live on 2 channels. We live on 2 channels, man. Who's gonna be the first one to sponsor the show, man? Who will be the first one to sponsor the show? We live on 2 channels, man. Shout out to everybody on Aqua Nation Gold, man. We're gonna be coming over there, man, on Aqua Nation Gold, man. I can see all the comments though. I can see all the comments on where I'm at. I can see every comment from every channel. Shout out to Crook County. Shout out to Manos, man, Run Daz, Joe Curry, Pinky Brown, all the people watching on Ock Nation Gold, man. Let me tell you why crime increases in the summer months. Or did I just tell you? Yeah, I just told you. I just told you why crime increases in the summer months. Because black kids are not in school and they terrorizing the community.
Historically, more violence in central Ohio takes place during the warmer months. There have been more homicides this month than any other so far this year. City leaders and community groups are hoping to bring those numbers back down. NBC4's Eric Halpern shows us plans for one effort, which is starting tomorrow.
Several groups were supposed to get together in this parking lot last Monday for an End Gun Violence community walk. It was canceled because of the rain, so now the first walk of the year is happening tomorrow.
Put down the guns and pick up love.
On a couple Monday nights each month during the warmer time of the year, you'll...
Come on, man. You got to come up with a better slogan than that. Put down the guns and pick up love? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You gotta go to Fiverr or something, man. Go to Fiverr and see, get somebody to make you a better. You got AI, all types of AI. Have like one of them AI apps make you a slogan, man. How is that y'all slogan for real, man? Put down the guns and pick up love? No, man, we got to do better than that, man. I demand better, man. My people deserve better, man. Press 1. Shout out to Zachariah, Sands of the Sea. He said, we shall overcome the black fatigue someday. I don't know, man. Maybe, man. Maybe.
happening tomorrow.
Put down the guns and pick up love.
On a couple Monday nights each month during the warmer time of the year, you'll see a crowd walking around Linden and reaching out to others.
Oh, it should be jam-packed tomorrow.
They're called End Gun Violence Community Walks. They've become a sort of tradition in recent years. Derek Russell helps lead them.
When we first started, the doors was closed. What the fuck about? Now they come out on the porch, walk with it, talk with it, but we need more. We need more.
Several community.
That's it. They not serious, man. This community not serious, man. Shout out to Lewis, man. Lewis says, I will the evil white racists of the of the Fever fan base. You caught me off guard, man. The Fever fan base be brought to justice, only God knows. And yeah, and also, man, make sure you subscribe to Ock Nation TV. We talk a lot of Indiana Fever over there, man. Women's basketball, Caitlin Clark. I answered that question today. Check out my video, my last video over there on Ock Nation TV. There is no racist Fever fan base. It's all lies. This women's basketball is so corny, man. That whole racism and feelings thing. Oh God, I don't want to get sidetracked. Shout out to Barry B, man. Barry B in the building, man. Once again, Jeffrey, man. Keep the truth coming. All right, man. Here's the truth, man. There's a bunch of kids, man, and women, and the kids and the women are the parents of the kids. So we got, what I say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 women brought their kids. 5 women brought their broods, and then you got the dudes from the program. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got about 5 dudes from the program, 5 women from the community, and their kids. To stop gun violence. And don't you hate when you hear these niggas talk and you call them out Only time y'all march and get active is when a cop kills somebody. Nuh-uh. There's plenty of people marching to end gun violence. This is what the marches to end gun violence look like.
All to end gun violence community walks. They've become a sort of tradition in recent years. Derek Russell helps lead them.
When we first started, the doors was closed. What the fuck about? Now they come out on the porch, walk with it, talk with it, but we need more. We need more.
Several community organizations take part in the walks. Some of the work includes connecting neighbors with help or resources they might need.
The most powerful success story I can think of is that I actually met 3 gang members. They were gang members. We invited them out to the walk. They ended up coming to the walk. They seen the collaboration of different people.
Oh shit! More kids and more mamas. All right, now this ain't bad. Well, they gave away some free food. I forgot. They gave away some free food. That was smart though. That I ain't gonna lie to them. Got that grill going, man. They got that grill going. That brought the people out, man. That's smart, man. But what this dude talking about ain't smart. You know he been to prison. You can look at it. He got prison face, prison jaw.
I actually met 3 gang members. They were gang members. We invited them out to the walk. They ended up coming to the walk. They seen the collaboration of different people, and then they stopped being in the gang. And to this day, I have them working with me.
Homicide numbers are down compared to the last 9 years, but Monday's walk will come a bit after a recent spike in deadly violence in Columbus. More than 10 homicides so far in May.
That's a reminder that we got to continue to stay out here.
10 homicides in May in Columbus. And Columbus ain't as big as... Shout out to Pinky Brown, man. 10 homicides in Columbus in May. Jack me off, man. Always feels good to see Jack me off, man. I well up with joy, almost to the point of busting, of exploding when I see Jack me off. He says, what it be did Mule Guy Justin Timberlake told me to say that. What it be did Mule Guy. He also said Diddy guilty. Yeah, I was surprised to find out Justin Bieber, that's the other Justin, was broke. That shocked me, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, Justin Bieber broke? Fuck. Life comes at you fast, man. Justin Bieber's broke? Shout out to Jack Me Off, man. Everybody put a fist in the air for Jack Me Off. Pump your fist for Jack Me Off. Everybody, pump your fist for Jack Me Off. Give me that good old $10 donation. Pump your fist for Jack Me Off. Let's see.
We can't just sit back. That's just a reminder. Is saying that, you know, we got to get out here, and hopefully June that it'll go back down and we won't have that same number.
The walk starts tomorrow.
It'll go back down. Hopefully it'll go back down. Let's see what Columbus, man. Let's see what Columbus been been doing, man? What the hell? Why the hell is so many goddamn homicides in Columbus? Jesus. Don't make no damn sense, man. Don't make no damn sense.
Now, breaking news from NBC4.
We're following breaking news tonight. One person was killed in a shooting in Columbus. This happened on the city's south side on Engle Drive at a mobile home park, and it happened just before 4 p.m. NBC4's Samantha Bender is live now at the scene. Samantha, what do we know tonight?
Kyle, I just arrived on scene. Still very limited info right now, but like you said, we have confirmed this is a critical shooting in the 3400 block of Engle Drive in South Columbus. I do want to show you video of when we first arrived on scene. We do know the victim was pronounced dead at Grant Medical Center shortly after the shooting at 4:26 this evening. At least 2 Columbus police cruisers are here on scene. A portion of this mobile home park here is blocked off with crime scene tape. I did watch a detective take pictures.
See, now because it's a mobile home park, we kind of assume this is gliders, man. But not so fast, man. Not so fast. You can't always assume that it's gliders when it's a shooting at a mobile home park, because they have a lot of drugs. And who's the dealers in Columbus? Who are the dealers in Columbus? And also, sons don't even got to live around you. They just have to come through. They could be visiting somebody. They'll kill somebody.
Of a bronze Chevy Tahoe that you can see in the frame, but it's still unclear if that is connected to the scene. Now, I have reached out to Columbus Police for more information, have yet to hear back. No one here on scene can talk, but of course, as we receive new information, we'll continue to update you both on air and online over on NBC4i.com. Local for you in South Columbus, I'm Samantha Bender, NBC4.
Thank you, Samantha. Thank you very much, Samantha. A lot going on right now. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what else is going on, man. Oh yeah, that's the dude. This dude right here. Oh, where was he at? Damn, I just had it. Oh shit. That dude was I'll find that video. Never mind. I'll find it. Damn. This guy right here. Here he is. This guy right here. That's the one the other day. That guy right there, he dropping bombs, man. Damn, another Bronx. The Bronx is on fire. They're gap tooth DA, man.
Now to a developing story. A double shooting in the Bronx kills a man and injures a woman. It happened just before 7 tonight at 118th Street and Marion Avenue in the Fordham neighborhood. The 57-year-old man died at the hospital. The 34-year-old woman is stable with a gunshot wound to the leg. So far, no arrests have been made.
No arrests have been made.
An alleged murder in
Come on, man. This the best y'all could do, white America?
An alleged murder in Amish country. This man is now accused of killing a woman and leaving her body in a home, reportedly with her goat inside. The suspect just made a court appearance and our cameras were there. He's now facing a charge of murder. And we have the 911 call from the day his...
Yo. You got Huckleberry Finn right here, man. That done locked up Huckleberry Finn. How the fuck he gonna survive in jail, man? There ain't no Amish gang and there ain't no Amish car in the penitentiary.
An alleged murder in Amish country. This man is now accused of killing a woman and leaving her body in a home, reportedly with her goat inside. The suspect just made a court appearance and our cameras were there. He's now facing a charge of murder. And we have the 911 call from the day his housemate said he made a gruesome discovery.
Does she have a pulse or anything? Hello? Yeah, is she breathing?
No, she's dead.
What that call tells us about what may...
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Jesus Christ, man. Lancaster in the building, man. This probably was somewhere like Lancaster, man. Pennsylvania. They deep in Pennsylvania. These people right here. You never see them unless you in the towns where they're at. You never see these people. Like I've never seen an Amish person in my town. But in that town, they deep down in Lancaster, man. Jeez. Think about if these white people, think about it like this, man. White people not even using them, man. You got like a million of these motherfuckers. White people not even using them. Y'all want a race war? These like the reserves, man. White people give these people some guns, point them in your direction. It's so many white people, they don't even have to use their whole population, man. Y'all don't want no damn race war. These people don't even use electricity. Look at him. He look tough, man. He probably was friends with this other guy, man. Look at those eyes, man. God damn, man. Eyes of a killer.
Hello?
Yeah, is she breathing?
No, she's dead.
What that call tells us about what may have happened inside a home in a rural, secluded Amish community. Many of its members sat in court as the suspect faced a judge. And I'll tell you why some think this unique case may not be a slam dunk for the prosecution. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Snoop.
All right, man. That's enough of that, man. Shout out to the Mennonites, man. Clean up y'all community, man. Don't let black people see that. Black people be like, see, we ain't the only ones. We ain't the only ones. Even the Mennonite community, they killing people too. Ugh.
Tonight, St. Louis police are investigating a quadruple homicide. Multiple bodies were found this morning inside an apartment in the Carondelet neighborhood.
A quadruple homicide? You mean a mass killing? My man, Boy Kachina, man, he say, Ock Nation, Golden Television need a fake earther episode mode. Cheers, Ak and all. I got a Flat Earth channel. That's Ak Nation Productions. I gotta subscribe to all my channels. Shout out to Boy Kachina, man. Everybody subscribe to the channel in the pinned comment. Ak Nation Gold. Last night's live stream was groundbreaking, man. We figured out what causes black crime. That live stream is only available on Ak Nation Gold. Link is in the pinned comment and in the description box. I'll be going live over there. Again, only. I'm live now over there on Ak Nation Gold too. But I'll be going live only over there very soon. I go live. I'm trying to get that channel cracking because that channel is fresh. It's untampered with. It doesn't have 10,000 videos and 1,500 live streams. It's fresh. I want to see if the algorithm is going to be nice to me on that channel. Salute, man. Salute to Eric Boatwright, man. He says, I've been watching you and the WNBA since CC. All this race stuff is crazy. And I hope if they get money, it will get better. NBA have white and black players and none of this happens. So it has to be money, right? No, man, it's women. Women are awful. Women are so jealous. The only way they can attack her is by saying that her fans are racist. They can't beat Caitlyn. Caitlyn is better than them. She's better than them as a person. She's better than them as a person. She has a better personality. People like her more. She's a better player. She can shoot better. She can pass better. Everything. She makes a lot of money. She's wildly popular. And they're very jealous of her. So they've created a way to get at her with this narrative that her fans are racist. And that people are just always yelling racial slurs at their games. And it's just like the voting thing. Remember when black people was like, we can voting, we need voting rights. We fighting for voting rights. They trying to steal our voting rights. And you never saw one video of a black person going to the voting booth and being turned away. Not one video. Kind of like that. All this is bullshit. These WNBA women are evil. They're awful. And it's also part of black fatigue too. WNBA is part of black fatigue. Black fatigue is definitely it's just black. It's just more black fatigue.
Tonight, St. Louis police are investigating a quadruple homicide. Multiple bodies were found this morning inside an apartment in the Carondelet neighborhood. 5 on your side's Annie Krall heard from police on what may have led to this violence.
It was in an apartment building in the 800 block of Shermer Street where officers found 4 people dead. A 911 call for aid getting responded to at 8:30 a.m. on Sunday by the fire department.
They called and the fire department was here. As soon as they saw what happened, they were identified the scene. They know not to compromise it because they saw what type of scene it was, called us immediately, and we were here as well.
Police say they found the bodies of 2 men and 2 women, all shot to death. St. Louis Metro Police Chief Robert Tracy saying multiple guns and suspected drugs were inside the apartment.
You know what? Usually when you're mixing narcotics with firearms, sometimes the outcomes happen.
Annie Krall, 5 on your side.
Investigators from the National Transportation Safety
New at 10, a family in Roseland took this photo last night. Just 1 hour later, 15-year-old Cyrus Box was dead, one of Chicago's latest victims of gun violence.
We love you, Turkey!
This
We love you, Turkey!
This evening, his loved ones released balloons in his honor. Chicago police say the teenager was walking near 110th and Normal just after 6 p.m. when a dark Normal just after 6 p.m. when a dark-colored car pulled up. Was walking near 110th and Normal just after 6 p.m. when a dark-colored car pulled up. Someone inside started firing. His mom says they were getting ready to celebrate his brother's birthday. She drove to the hospital when she heard about the shooting, and when he didn't answer his phone, she says she held him as he took his final breaths. Now she wants justice.
I want him to know he hurt me, my family, and his other siblings. I'm not mad. I forgive him. Just turn yourself in, because that little baby was in.
She's not mad. Damn, I've been muted for a while. But y'all ain't missed nothing, man. Let me tell you what I said, man. Let me tell you what I said, man. Let me tell you what I said. This is Lamron. This is where a lot of rappers are from. Lamron. It's Normal spelled backwards. I follow some of the rappers on social media just for the bullshit, not because none of their raps. I don't know any of their raps, just for the bullshit. This woman's not mad. There's a lot going on here, man. So we got the balloon release, right? We got the balloon release. This guy has all these people that love him. All these people that love him. All this support system. And he's a little fucking tarantula head menace on the streets of Chicago. Involved in God knows what, right? But he's got all these people that love him, all these people that are willing to come out at a moment's notice. Hey, come out and we're gonna give you a balloon and a shirt, and we're gonna do something for little little peach fuzz, man. And whole community comes out for little peach fuzz, man. The whole community comes out for little peach fuzz. I mean, murdered in a brutal way, gangland. Like niggas rolled up and boom, 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 lit his ass up, killed him, gangland style. Left his little scooter, man. Oh, he had the city scooter. That's one of the city scooters, man. Oh, man. And the mama got the nerve to get on TV and say this.
And she says she held him as he took his final breaths. Now she wants justice.
I want him to know he hurt me, my family, and his other siblings. I'm not mad. I forgive him. Just turn yourself in, because that little baby was innocent. I'm going to be honest.
Yo, these sisters aren't human, man. You not mad? You not mad? Yeah, between the Amish in Chicago, there were about there's been about 400 homicides this year between the Amish and Chicago, man. Together they combined for about 400 homicides, man. Yeah, Kingpin, that was my movie. Bill Murray, anything with Bill Murray in it. Randy Quaid. You can't miss with that, man. But that was a great movie, man. Kingpin's one of my top 10 movies all time, man. Something about that era, the 90s, man. They don't make them like that anymore, man. Kingpin was Bill Murray though, man. Bill Murray, my dude, man. I love Bill Murray, man. Anything with Bill Murray. Groundhog Day, What About Bob? I love Bill Murray, man. He's one of my favorite comedic actors, man. Yeah, that was a great movie, man. That was a great movie. Great movie, Kingpin, man. Woody Harrelson too, man. You can't beat that cast, man. You can't beat that cast, man.
I want him to know he hurt me, my family, and his other siblings. I'm not mad. I forgive him. Just turn yourself in, because that little baby was innocent. I'm going to be honest. I'm sad. I'm really, really sad. Because I loved him so much.
Our Chicago police say no one is in custody.
Hold on. Somebody said the kid killed here was from the burbs. Crook County says the kid killed here was from the burbs. Never been arrested. Yeah, a 15-year-old never been arrested. That's crazy. Hey, man, if he's 15 and he's never been arrested, he's definitely a good kid. Very few 15-year-olds in that community have never been arrested. So yeah, probably was a good kid. Could be mistaken and thought he was a member. Wow. And she's not mad though. That's the crazy part. She's not mad. I know what'll piss her off. Let me tell her I voted for Trump. I'm gonna tell her I voted. Now I'm gonna tell her I like Caitlin Clark, man. Caitlin Clark is better than Angel Reese. She'll probably call me everything but a child of God. I voted for Trump and I like Caitlin Clark. Oh shit. She's gonna turn up on me. She might swing on me. Damn.
Give him. Just turn yourself in because that little baby was innocent.
I'm going to be honest, I'm sad. I'm really, really sad. Because I loved him so much.
Our Chicago police say no one is in custody in connection with this shooting.
A suspicious death investigation under.
Jeez. Ain't nobody do you better than me. Make me happy. Make me feel this way. Whew.
And also breaking at this hour, MARTA police searching for the person they say shot two people on a moving MARTA train. Police say that the shooting happened during a botched robbery around 4:30 this afternoon. One victim was shot in the chest and taken to surgery. The second was grazed in the neck. The train was traveling south towards the East Point station, which is just 2 stops before Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. That route is very popular among airport employees and travelers. MARTA police and East Point police are now working to catch the suspect. They've not given a description of the person or people that they are looking for.
New Orleans handed the jail keys to those who vowed to keep criminals out of jail. And sadly, today, we show that it worked.
Strong words there from Governor Jeff Landry as we wrap up day 3 of a massive manhunt to track down escaped inmates. 7 are still on the run, 3 back in custody, and the reward for any tips has gone up once again. The FBI raising theirs to $10,000 while Crime Stoppers is up to $5,000. WDSU reporter Jasmine Franklin is live as we hear from state leaders today in the first news briefing since the day of the escape. Jasmine?
Elizabeth, the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office, the one agency the public is just anxiously waiting to get an update from, was not at that press conference today. But we did hear from state leaders who say they are committed to utilizing every resource to find those 7 remaining escapees.
These fugitives may not just be in New Orleans. They possibly moved out to other parishes and other states.
Governor Jeff Landry is in New Orleans addressing the manhunt after 10 inmates escaped from the Orleans Justice Center and the failures he thinks it's exposed.
My understanding is that the Orleans Parish Jail is beyond capacity because, again, the cases are not moving, such as 9 of the 10 escapees.
3 days in, the search for the remaining escapees continues. Along with neighboring parishes, state police say they have notified law enforcement in nearby states.
We have had some leads in other states, and unfortunately, once again, those leads didn't pan out.
But police say leads from the public did help them capture the first 3 inmates. Passionate remarks from state and city leaders come as the FBI doubles their reward.
And until they are back in custody,
We should all remain vigilant.
Notably absent, the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office did not attend Sunday's press conference. Governor Landry says he is taking immediate action, issuing executive orders and an audit reviewing the correctional facility.
This massive jailbreak, which my statistics tell me could be the largest jailbreak in the history of the state, should never have happened.
Landry says 9 out of the 10 inmates were awaiting trial. He says had they been convicted sooner, they would likely have been at a secure state facility.
There is also no excuse for the way these cases are currently being mismanaged in our criminal justice system.
Meanwhile, state police say they will continue tracking down each tip.
Unfortunately, they have friends and family members who are helping them and concealing them and helping them move, which makes law enforcement's job more challenging. We end up getting there just a little too late.
And state police stressed that any family or friends assisting those 7 remaining escapees could also face charges. Reporting.
Wow. Unbelievable. 7 dudes still on the run. That is absolutely unbelievable.
Well, all day Sunday, people have been stopping by at the LVAC here in the Northwest Valley to drop off flowers, candles, and pray for Edgar Quiñones. People who knew him tell me he was a kind soul with a beautiful heart.
A very sweet person.
Outside this LVAC, North Rainbow Boulevard.
I'm missing a lot. I'm very sad.
A growing memorial filled with flowers, candles, and handwritten notes now sits as a stark reminder of the shooting that claimed the life of Edgar Quiñones.
He's sweet, friendly. He's good heart.
Edgar, a 15-year LVAC employee, was shot and killed Friday, and police say a gunman opened fire inside the gym. Investigators say 4 people were shot, including Quiñones. Unfortunately, he did not survive.
That guy.
A few moments later, police would shoot and kill the suspect outside the facility.
Honestly, the only reason I'm alive today is because of Edgar's sacrifice that he made.
Joey Chantarasaka works at the LVAC. He was also friends with Edgar. He tells me he and another manager were being held at gunpoint by the suspect near the front desk. Meanwhile, he says Edgar was rushing to get people out to safety. He was shot and killed.
At a certain moment, I came face to face with the shooter while he was holding my manager at gunpoint. And then he proceeded to aim the gun at me and my other manager before I ran. Edgar was trying to warn everybody in the gym. He was on his way to warn everybody by the men's locker room, including one of our staff. And that's when they shot him in the back, I believe.
And while police have not confirmed these details, Joey tells me the suspect was a member of the gym.
100% an AM.
Wow. Let's see what else is going on. That was just an update from the story we did the other day. Let's see what else is going on. I'll drop the link in a minute, man. I'll drop the link in a minute. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah. Let's see what else is going on.
Breaking news tonight, an arrest has been made in the deadly shooting near Belmont's campus. Metro Police have arrested Jordan Smith for the shooting that left Dana Corley dead last week. Officers found Corley in a car that had crashed into a tree on Wednesday. Police say the shooting happened just minutes after the 2 men saw each other at the Circle K market on Belmont.
So they ran into each other at the Circle K, and it got to cracking. And all of a sudden, man, chased this motherfucker down and killed him. Murdered him in broad daylight. And because it happened on the campus of Belmont, they got to get a bad name for it. Belmont. There was a shooting at Belmont. No, it was no shooting at Belmont. A bunch of niggas. Their feud came to a culmination as they were traveling through Belmont University. Their deadly feud came to a culmination on the campus of Belmont University. Bunch of niggas. That dude was trying to get away too. He was speeding. How come trees don't never get fall down when your car hits it? I've rarely seen a car hit a tree and the tree fall down. Look how hard he hit that tree. He was speeding. He was like, "Oh shit, this nigga after me, man. Pooktavius is after me, man." He hit the gas. He put his foot on the gas. He trying to get the fuck out of there. Pooktavius don't play, obviously. Man.
Belmont Boulevard.
Let me drop the link, man.
All right, I'm Nathan Lord.
That's not good, man. That's not good. Jesus Christ. Belmont University, man. I know I just blacked out for a second. I don't know what the hell I was thinking about. I don't know what the fuck I was just thinking about. My mind just went blank. Jesus Christ.
Bond is denied for the man accused of pulling out a gun and firing several shots in the middle of a crowded restaurant. Happened on Mother's Day at Big Ed's restaurant.
Yeah, the accused shooter and another man charged in connection with that brawl faced a judge today. CBS 17's Baron James is live for us tonight from the Wake County Justice Center with that story. And Baron, you've had the chance to learn some more information, more about what happened and what may have started this whole thing.
Yeah, Rod and Angela, the DA's office said that this was all over a woman, that this was set off this family feud among women and men, including one woman just arrested and charged today with assault and also with helping allegedly the shooter get away. This as the stepfather, I should say, and the shooter appeared here in court today on felony charges connected to that Mother's Day brunch brawl.
Oh shit, White.
And his co-defendant placing a busy restaurant on.
Oh, whites, yo. Whites, yo. Look at these whites acting, chimping out, man. Look at these whites chimping out, man. These snow monkeys, man, chimping out. Look. Everybody got their pants pulled up.
This defendant and his co-defendant placing a busy restaurant on Mother's Day at risk with their behavior.
Arraignment day for suspect Alexander Barnes, the 23-year-old who is accused.
Uh-oh.
3-year-old who is.
That don't look like. Hold on, man. Maybe we looked at this scene. Maybe we didn't properly assess the situation. How did Ohio become Sun territory? It doesn't fit the method of operation. LeBron James is from Ohio, man. Ohio's Sun territory. Ohio's like Pennsylvania, man. All them cities. Whenever you got cities, you got sons. Always remember that. If you got cities, you got sons. You might get a break from sons in rural areas sometimes. But if you got cities, you got sons. Let me see. Oh, I think these white people were just also in the restaurant. So this looked like the black dude right here.
And his co-defendant placed.
Yeah, that's a black dude right there. That looked like the black dude right here.
This defendant and his co-defendant placing.
Yeah, he pulled out the gun, yeah. He pulled out the firearm right there.
A busy.
Oh, damn, he slugged. Is that a woman?
Restaurant.
Oh, shit. He punched a woman.
A busy restaurant.
Holy shit. He punched that woman right in the face. That old lady.
This defendant and his co-defendant placed.
That old lady was trying to.
This defendant and his
This old lady, I don't know what she was trying to break it up or something.
co-defendant placing.
He cold punched.
Busy restaurant.
Oh, God. Wow. That old lady was just trying to break it up, man. He socked her, man. Right in her chin. Shout out to Boy Kachina, man. Big Larry in the building. Everybody hit that like button, man. Support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Yeah, she took it. She ate that joint, man. Her husband used to beat on her, man. You tell her husband used to beat on her.
Yeah, you could tell.
She ate that motherfucker. Boom. Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again, man. See, it ain't all bad beating. Women beaters ain't all bad, man. They prepare you, prepare your woman for anything, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Damn. So yeah,
Man,
that's
crazy. Yeah, a lot when it comes to the Sun woman, boy, she could take a punch.
Yeah, he punched the old lady.
Yeah, they can eat them.
Pulled out a gun, shot your shit is like crazy. Your mic made all types of noises and echoes and shit. That shit is crazy. Damn, he straight cold cock grandma.
That Mother's Day brunch brawl.
This defendant and his co-defendant placing a busy restaurant on Mother's Day at risk with their behavior.
Arraignment day for suspect Alexander Barnes, the 23-year-old who is accused of firing several shots, then hitting a woman in the middle of a Mother's Day brawl at Big Ed's Sunday. He's facing a list of charges, including assault with intent to kill. His 51-year-old stepfather, Jermaine Mitchell, faces an assault with a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
Is it better now or is still tripping?
You still got some shit in the. I can hear it faintly, man. Just go out and come back in, man. See if that fixes it. This dude right here, man. Look at him walking in there. Walking in the court looking like MJG, man.
At Sunday. He's facing a list of charges, including assault with intent to kill. His 51-year-old stepfather, Jermaine Mitchell, faces an assault with a deadly weapon. He's accused of hitting a man with a chair.
This defendant and his co-defendant were in separate groups. There's family history there. They had words were exchanged that led to a fight ensuing. Mr. Barnes pulls out a firearm and shoots.
This video tells part of the story. At the district attorney's office, says Barnes is seen here in the white shirt holding a black gun and firing 3 gunshots into the floor. The video also shows men beating women. Prosecutors say this all started as an argument over a woman, the stepfather's ex. Go now. Family feud spills into the entire dining room with moms and grandmothers, small children, and employees running for their lives.
Look at this white lady. She out. That white lady, like, this white lady brought her children.
Small children.
No, you don't get a pass. You brought your children around niggas, man. You don't get a pass, white lady. You try to sneak out of here like we not gonna catch you. Why did you bring your children around blacks, man? If you knew this was not a white-only restaurant, why did you go there, man, with your children? We got to start holding white people accountable. Press 1. This is normal behavior for blacks. I'm not saying anything to the blacks. This is normal, typical behavior. This can go down anytime. It doesn't go down every time, but it can go down like this anytime with sons. But white lady, man, what were you doing there, man? If you knew blacks were going to be around, you shouldn't have brought your children. Your little kid was in danger, man. You gotta go on Yelp, man, and be like, yo, what's the crowd like at this restaurant, man? Oh, it's a mixed crowd. It's a very diverse crowd. Oh man, this is an upscale crowd. I haven't seen any sons there in 20 years. That's the place you go eat at, man, with your kids, man. You won't have to you don't have to deal with this, man. Shout out to everybody watching on Ock Nation Gold, man. Make sure you check out Ock Nation Gold, man. Link is in the description. Last night's live stream was crazy on Ock Nation Gold. So many of y'all missed it. Link is in the pinned comment in the chat. So please, and in the description box, please subscribe to Ock Nation Gold. Be going live over there, man. I might just go ahead and take the rest of this live stream over there, man. I should, man. You know what? At 1, man, that's what I'm going to do. At 1, man. At 1 o'clock, I'm moving the whole operation over to Ock Nation Gold. So I'll give you guys 30 minutes, man. At 1 o'clock, I'm moving the whole operation over to Ock Nation Gold. Okay? All right? Let me... At 1 Eastern time. 1 a.m. Eastern time, man. Well, yeah, man. There we go.
Children and employees running for their lives.
The 3 shots the defendant fires, one of which hits one of the managers in Big Ed's who's trying to break up the fight. It hits her in the arm.
You have seen snippets of the video. Defense attorney Alton Williams spoke in court Tuesday afternoon on behalf of both defendants, calling the accused shooter's actions self-defense.
You're not seeing the entire episode of what actually happened and what transpired during the full course of the situation.
Clearly, we see one of the defendants punching women in the mouth, in the face.
Again, the record will set itself straight once all the facts come out in this case.
Well, that's not uncommon, you know. Like, the women in that community fight a lot. So it's like he could have thought that, you know, like they were involved in the fight, but that old lady clearly wasn't. Like, she was just trying to bring order. He clobbered her shit. And then another one was on the ground. He leaned over and punched her. Just a bad look, man, for normal people. But in some society, it's just normal shit.
And again, the judge ordering for the 2 male suspects to be back in jail, no bond for the alleged shooter, and a $25,000 secured bond for the stepfather. Both also ordered not to have any contact with one another or the victims. The investigation goes on. None of those who were hurt actually sustained life-threatening injuries. The next court date for the 2 male suspects set for June 3rd, and of course the upcoming arraignment yet to be dated for the suspected woman in this case. We're live outside Wake County Justice, downtown Raleigh. Baron James, CBS 17 News.
All right.
Man spent a lot of time in a beauty salon.
Why you say that?
Spent a lot of time in a beauty salon. You check out his eyebrows. He got his eyebrows all done and everything.
Oh yeah, this dude right here.
Yeah.
He got it drawn in, man. Yeah, he got his shit drawn. Wow. Shit. Look at this. Such a sad story right here, man.
A Houston family of 5 is dead after a crash over the weekend. The Cedra family from Greenspoint was on their way to Dallas for Mother's Day. While driving on I-45 in Leon County, a pickup truck hit them head on. No one survived. Our Gage Golding is speaking with a family friend who got the call from police. Gage.
Yeah, this is a family of 5 driving from their home here in Greenspoint in the Houston area to Dallas. That's where a lot of their family lives. They're driving up that way to celebrate Mother's Day. This accident happening Saturday in the middle of the afternoon, but I want to show you this beautiful family. It's a family of 5. We're talking everybody, the husband and wife and 3 daughters. They were in their truck driving up 45 when they were about 2 hours.
Man,
that's sad. Sad, a beautiful family.
North of Houston in Leon County, another pickup somehow crossed the median and slammed into theirs.
Crossed the median and slammed into theirs. For an accident, man. Jesus Christ.
I got my money on a drunk Mexican.
On Brito? Yeah, of course, yeah. 1,000%. Jeez. Man.
The family of a man dragged and killed in a brutal carjacking says that they were getting ready to meet him for dinner before the deadly turn of events. Inland Empire reporter Leticia Juarez live at Norco after speaking with the family. Leticia.
Well, Mark, I did speak with the victim's daughter.
Deadly carjacking. What's the odds this could be a white guy that did the carjacking? Like, what are the odds? What do y'all think?
Like 0.6%, maybe 1.6.
0.6.
Daughter, and she tells me that her dad was an Army veteran who was in frail health.
I'd say 63%
in his lifetime, from falling off a ladder to even walking away from a plane crash. But she says this makes it so hard to know that her dad died in such a violent way following a carjacking yesterday. James Norman, known as Jim to his family and friends, was getting ready to go to dinner with his daughter and son-in-law when he made a quick stop at this ARCO station on Hidden Valley Parkway in Norco.
So he probably went to clean his car, and he was probably going to wait for us to call him to say, hey, Dad, we're on our way down. We're going to come get you.
But instead of calling her dad, Nicole Lauritsen says she got a call from a Riverside County Sheriff's deputy.
Your dad's been involved in an accident. Is there any way to track his phone? And they said, no, I could track his car. And that's kind of where it led. Nothing made sense at the time. I think obviously that because it was an investigation, they couldn't say anything.
But it wasn't an accident. Authorities say the 79-year-old had been vacuuming the back of his Chevy Trailblazer at the car wash. The engine was still running. That's when investigators say 29-year-old Ryan Hewitt jumped into the driver's seat and took off, with the victim still hanging out the back door.
Man,
29.
Sons are despicable, man.
He saw a moment. Listen,
the vulnerable.
That's the thing with sons. Like, a lot of this stuff is opportunity. Like, this guy probably he probably was hanging out at the gas station. You know how they do. You know how that is. Bumming change and shit, or just, you know, just being loitering and shit. It's a lot of blacks that do that, right?
Yep.
So you come in there, you around on the side with the vacuum cleaners and shit. You vacuum your shit, and he just, you know, maybe just been like, you know, just perusing around that side, and like, oh shit. Then it just like that, crime entered his mind. You know, he didn't have to be out looking for somebody to carjack. That's what I'm trying to say. It could have just been like he just stumbled upon this old guy cleaning his car. I'm like, oh shit.
1000%. I didn't think of him as some dude riding around looking for a carjack. He saw an old man, an old vulnerable man, and he was like, "Man, I'm taking this."
Yeah. And I think gliders don't understand that. They don't understand that aspect of it.
Yeah, no, they don't. And remember, the Sunman can't be racist.
Right. This is not a hate crime. They're not even going to investigate this as hate
No.
crime. It's
No.
not even going to cross no one investigating or involved with this case will even think about this being a race related or
No,
anything
they
like
won't.
that.
They won't. There'll be more people talking about how he was just reclaiming reparations.
Yeah. And he was about to turn his life around. It's messed up that he fell back. You know, he was doing so good. He hadn't been arrested in a week.
And he just was able to
that's
make
kind
so
of where
many
it
people
led.
laugh.
Yeah, definitely. He's very funny.
And they said, no, I could track his car. And that's kind of where it led. Nothing made sense at the time. I think obviously that because it was an investigation, they couldn't say anything.
But it wasn't an accident. Authorities say the 79-year-old had been vacuuming the back of his Chevy Trailblazer at the car wash. The engine was still running. That's when investigators say 29-year-old Ryan Hewitt jumped into the driver's seat and took off, with the victim still hanging out the back door.
He didn't have his hearing aids in, so I'm guessing he didn't hear with the vacuum on, and all of a sudden this car is just backing up, and he was too old and frail to get out before the door slammed on him.
Investigators were able to locate the vehicle at a Riverside apartment complex thanks to an AirTag Nicole had placed in her dad's car to keep track of him. She's grateful police found the suspect and thankful to the strangers who stood by her father in his final moments.
Just hope he went quickly, and I'm grateful for the people. I hope to meet them that surrounded him and protected his body so he wasn't just out on the middle of the road.
Now, a GoFundMe page has been created to help cover the cost of a memorial service and some final medical bills for the family. Meanwhile, the suspect, Ryan Hewitt, is expected to appear for his arraignment on charges of second-degree murder and felony carjacking. He's being held right now on $1 million bail. Reporting in Norco, Leticia Juarez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Mm.
You're not an officer. You're a Nazi.
Man, these stories are horrible.
Yeah, man, that's terrible.
Always live. ABC 7 News starts right now.
A deadly shooting in Fisherman's Wharf caught on camera. A man with a gun seen chasing a car as it speeds off. Police found the victim's body a few blocks away. Good evening. I'm Amma Dates.
And I'm Dan Ashley. Thanks for joining us. That shooting is getting the attention of San Francisco's mayor tonight.
It happened on Columbus Avenue. The victim was found just blocks away on Leavenworth Street. All this played out around 1 p.m. with tourists out and about at nearby Fisherman's Wharf.
As for the shooter, police say he turned himself in. ABC 7 News reporter J.R. Stone has the video and the witnesses.
A gunman chasing after an SUV in San Francisco's Fisherman's Wharf just after 1 p.m. Wednesday. We'll slow this surveillance video down so you can get a better glimpse of what appears to be a shooter holding a very big gun and aiming it at the vehicle as the driver drove off. Witnesses in the area say they heard the shots.
My mother-in-law was with my baby on the couch, and I heard a bang, and I was like, oh, thought maybe it was like one of those metal dumpsters or something, but then bang, 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 and I thought, okay, those are gunshots. So she ran to the hallway. I kind of startled, but also like, okay, we need to get away from the windows.
I was asleep
So I was awoken by commotion.
The shooting happened at this intersection right here. In fact, the area where I'm standing right now is where these shell casings were recovered. The victim then drove off, going from this intersection that borders both the North Beach neighborhood and the Russian Hill neighborhood to this area a few blocks away near San Francisco's In-N-Out Burger. The victim in that vehicle died a short time later.
We won't tolerate any violence of that sort. SFPD was on top of it very quickly. They caught the suspect. It's a tragedy, but SFPD was on it.
San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie giving credit to officers who tell us the suspect then turned himself in at a nearby police station.
Listen, this happens in big cities, but it doesn't mean we need to put up with it or tolerate it, and we won't. I'm just proud of SFPD for being on top of it so quickly.
As to what all of this was over, police have not said. In San Francisco, J.R. Stone, ABC 7 News.
Wow.
The LA County medical exam.
Wow.
Yeah, man, the way that dude was, the way that boy was crouched over, shooting that semi, whatever it was he was shooting. I don't know. It made me really curious about. Man, I wonder what that SUV person did to him. It's like I want to hear the other side.
Cut him off, maybe. I mean, maybe. Everybody go over to Ock Nation Gold. Everybody go over to Ock Nation Gold. I'm gonna be shutting the stream down on Ock Nation News in 15 minutes. So everybody go over to Ock Nation Gold. I'm gonna be shutting this stream down on Ock Nation News in 15 minutes.
What about Ock Nation Platinum?
If you want to keep watching the live stream, go to Ock Nation Gold. The link is in the description box. It's a pinned comment at the top of the chat. The link is in the pinned comment at the top of the chat as well. I maybe one day I will make Ock Nation Platinum. Maybe one day. We got a 8-year-old shot with a stray bullet.
Now at 11, an 11-year-old child was hit by a stray bullet during a domestic violence shooting that killed a Federal Way teenager. That child was asleep in another apartment when you were hit in the chest. Glad you're with us. Hi, everybody. I'm Michelle Esteban. Police tell us this was a domestic violence incident that spiraled out of control. It happened at the Sunset 320 Apartments right along Southwest 320th Street. And it all went down around 1 this morning. Comes Ryan Sims live at Harborview Medical Center for us tonight, where Ryan, that 11-year-old victim, is being treated. What is the latest on his condition?
Well, Michelle, if there's anything slightly, and I emphasize slightly positive, is that 11-year-old is here at Harborview, but is in stable condition, expected to eventually make a full recovery. But for that other shooting victim, this day is ending on a devastating note. Flashing lights and frantic police activity mark the aftermath of this, a chain reaction crisis in Federal Way.
Because by day, it seems really innocent. The people we talk to overall are super kind. But then you always hear the stories, like at nighttime.
Chances are this story is the one that'll stand out the most. Federal Way cops say it started as an altercation between a woman and her 18-year-old ex-boyfriend. They say she then shot him with one of those bullets flying into a nearby complex, striking a sleeping 11-year-old child.
I feel so sad for the baby and, of course, for her parents. Of course, it's like I don't imagine what type of thing they're going.
Baby. BIGBOPPA.
Dude, yeah, that dude look like.
No info for the DEA.
Jeez, it's a crazy freeze frame.
Unbelievable.
Is that Precious?
It's unbelievable. Damn. That's what's cracking, man. DNA. He said she's 17 years old. Nah, no way. No way.
And of course, for her parents, of course, it's like I don't imagine what type of like thing they're going through right now.
While that child is expected to make a full recovery, the 18-year-old man became Federal Way's newest murder victim.
It is sad to see. I mean, we've met a lot of great people in here, a lot of good families. So, yeah, it's really unfortunate.
These two men are church outreach workers who come to this complex often. For them, this case represents a tragic reality.
I think it shows how fast things can change, you know? Split second, if we don't control our anger, before you know it, you know, something terrible could be happening. It really
Those
shocks.
impulses.
Now, there is another component to this story. That is the shooting suspect. She is still out there. Now, despite really just the outright violence of this whole case, police do say that it was an isolated incident. Again, it was a domestic violence case. So for that reason, they say that the public is not in danger despite such a devastating day there in.
We are tracking a triple shooting tonight. It happened in Seattle's Pioneer Square neighborhood. Glad you're with us tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Michelle Esteban. A night out in Pioneer Square turned deadly outside a popular nightclub. We know 4 people were shot here. 3 of them died from their injuries, including a woman. And we know 1 man right now in critical condition at Harborview Medical Center. That gunfire broke out just before 2 this morning, right outside the club. This is right here on South.
Damn, Seattle cracking like this? Jesus Christ.
Pioneer Square is a lot of homeless people live there. And then at night, I guess there's nightclubs. I've probably been like a couple times 10 years ago. It's gotten a lot worse. But actually, my first experience going to a club with some sons, there was a fight in the street and pepper spray. Someone broke out the pepper spray. So I consider myself lucky that I didn't, have to witness a shooting. But yeah, I never went back, needless to say.
Well, that's good, man. That's good, man. Stay away from sons, man.
Here, 3 of them died from their injuries, including a woman. And we know 1 man right now in critical condition at Harborview Medical Center. That gunfire broke out just before 2 this morning, right outside the club. This is right here on South Washington Street. Again, as I mentioned, this is Pioneer Square. Coma's Karina Vargas reports Friday marked 42 days of no homicides in Seattle. A couple hours later, 3 homicides.
42 days of no homicides. Then you have 3 in one day. Well, shout out to Seattle for 42 days with no homicides. Jesus Christ, that's a long fucking time for a city. Y'all got sons there. Y'all got like 7% sons, right? Isn't it like 7? What's the population there? 7 or 8? I think. Y'all like critical mass, though. Y'all close to critical mass.
Three homicides.
Gunfire erupted outside of Ohm nightclub along South Washington Street in Pioneer Square, leaving 2 men and 1 woman dead, along with another man in critical condition. Witnesses recalling the terrifying moments.
I usually come to this area, to kick it because I feel like it's safe. But I'm at a birthday party. I'm standing on the balcony. It's hot. I'm sitting there standing on the balcony. All I hear, I'm like, whoa. All I hear is, fa, 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 fa. I'm like, whoa, what's going on?
Residents who live nearby.
Is that a boy or a girl?
These damn studs out here trying to mimic 13-year-olds.
Yeah, I was like, is that I was trying to figure out, was that a boy or a girl? But I said, okay, that's a girl. Okay. Yeah, because she did a good job. Doing a young guy. I thought it was a 13-year-old too. She did a good job. She did a real good job, man. Shout out to her, man. She's a great actor, man. Actress.
But I'm at a birthday party. I'm standing on the balcony. It's hot. I'm sitting there standing on the balcony. All I hear, I'm like, whoa. All I hear is, fa, 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 fa. I'm like, whoa, what's going on?
Residents who live nearby were also woken up by the gunshots.
We immediately knew something was wrong, and then we saw people running and screaming, and then literally seconds later, the cops, like 5 cop cars came down the street.
Seattle police say officers were patrolling the area when they heard the gunshots and responded to the scene.
When there's large groups of people out here, then there's a potential for more injuries out here. And
as far as officers trying to find out, what happened, getting hold of witnesses, corralling them, trying to get information. It can be a little difficult.
The city was on a 42-day streak of no homicides until this mass shooting. And this area has also dealt with recent violence the past few weeks, including a shooting outside of the nightclub X Stadium just a block away from this one. Residents say this shooting raises their concerns about safety.
It's just scary. Like, I don't know, like a lot of our friends and family are like, you need to move out of Pioneer Square. And I feel like there is so much beauty in Pioneer Square, but it's, just a really dangerous place, not safe place to live.
Community members say the violence needs to stop.
Everybody in Seattle
No
needs
shit.
to change. Everybody needs to stay safe and stop these casualties. People don't need to keep dying.
SPD says that patrolling this area remains a priority.
So we are aware of a lot of these things that are going on, the shootings and things like
Casualties.
this. And as far as extra patrols in areas, we tend to do that.
Detectives spent hours investigating and canvassing the scene. So far, no arrests have been made, and what led up to the shooting is still to be determined.
No arrests made, no idea what led up to the shooting. Definitely sons. It was definitely sons, man. I don't care how many of them it is in that city. The ones in that city, whichever ones are in that city did that shit. Everybody, in 2 minutes, I'm going to be shutting this stream down on this channel. Make sure you go over to Aqua Nation Gold so you can finish watching. The live stream, man.
New developments, investigators say a group of soccer players apparently hatched up a scheme to rob someone, and that left this Lancaster mother dead. I'm Scott Wickersham.
I'm Erica Bryant. 6 people, including one as young as 13, are charged in this case. Channel 9's Ken Lemon was in court as that teen and 2 others faced a judge. Ken?
Yeah, and that victim's mother says that she watched those suspects in court do something she can't do. The 14 and 15-year-olds hugged their family members when they learned that they will remain in jail and that the solicitor's office seeks to charge them as adults. Now, testimony in court indicated the 3 teens and 2 adults followed the lead of Ezel Torres. Investigators said they used WhatsApp to plan botched burglary of the Van Wyck Mark in Lancaster, shooting a security camera with the same gun later used to shoot and kill Larissa Thompson. Now, prosecutors say that Thompson was headed to a birthday party. They say the 6 men had a plan: shoot at a car on Riverside Road, getting the driver to stop, rob the driver, and get rid of the evidence. The investigator told the judge.
What? That was a crash out. You talk about just tossing your life in the trash can?
Poor planning, to say the least.
Right. Yo, this is some old Brito shit though. Like just some weird, a weird crash out.
Used to shoot and kill Larissa Thompson. Security camera with the same gun later used to shoot and kill Larissa Thompson. Now, prosecutors say that Thompson was headed to a birthday party. They say the 6 men had a plan: shoot at a car on Riverside Road, getting the driver to stop, rob the driver, and get rid of the evidence. The investigator told the judge that Torres shot and killed Thompson, but all 6 suspects got out to try to get into her car. It was locked from the inside, so they couldn't get inside. The security camera video, according to the investigator, later showed the 6 guys at a store giddy, palling around, and even flipping off a camera inside the store.
They were happy that they killed somebody. They even talked about throwing the car in the river, getting rid of her body, and everything. If they could have gotten her car, we might not know where she was.
Wow.
Yeah, and in this case, again, the prosecutors pointed back to
She's
those
snitching.
WhatsApp messages, and then they talked about some of those messages showing the individuals that seemed to be relieved and talking about what happened immediately after that shooting, saying things like, this is just the beginning, and also, at least we killed someone in this case. Now, the defense attorney and the father of one of the suspects in court said that they felt like those teens were threatened to take action in this case, Erica.
And Ken, we learned that all of the suspects are undocumented. They are not U.S. citizens, so they would not be allowed to go free.
Yeah, and that's a point that was made in court. The deputy solicitor.
All of them are undocumented. All of them are illegals.
It shouldn't be in court.
This is the shit illegals are doing. Like, you're already illegal, and this is what you. This is like you're like fucking just gonna shoot at a car, cause the driver to stop, then like fucking throw their body in a river, take their money, throw their body in a river or something. That is insane. That's such a brute. Yo,
Straight out of Mexico.
Yeah, they're not sending their best, man. Yeah, this is if this
Mexico is savage.
How about this? If this is their best, because I know the white liberals will be upset. Okay, white liberals, if this is their best, yikes.
Said that ICE has already got the individuals here on a detainer. So if they were released, ICE would immediately take them and start the removal process, and they may be deported before the Thompson family can see justice.
Oh shit, they're gonna deport them and not charge them? Holy shit, that's even worse. All right, this stream is getting shut down, man. We shutting this stream down on Op Nation TV. But we're gonna keep it going on we're gonna keep it going on Op Nation Gold. Let me see how I do this shit. Remove. Okay. There we go. So everybody go over to Op Nation Gold, man, if you want to watch, continue watching. There we go. All right, that was simple. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Salute to my man Baker Fresh, man. He says, I had to move down to Tacoma, right south of Federal Way. Almost lived there. Had a trans dude in a white dress show the place in a golf cart. Normal stuff. Then I decided to walk around and look at reviews. Nope. Wow. That's a rough. Yeah, it's just real crunchy down there in fucking Seattle, man. Washington State. Let's see. Wow. Those burritos crashed out. You heard me?
No cap.
Yeah. Jesus. God damn. Oh, what a crash out. Jesus. Let's shoot at a car and to make the driver stop, then run up and rob the driver and throw their body in the fucking lake or river. That's such an evil. To set out to do that is so fucking evil, man.
Yep. That's the Sun Man way, though.
Shit, them was on burritos, man.
Oh, burritos? Oh, what story is this?
Burrito. The last one, that was on burrito crime, man.
Oh shit. Burritos do it too.
Shit.
Thank God.
Wow, look at this.
Well, tonight at 10, the search for the shooter who killed 3 men outside a bar in Macon. It happened around midnight outside of Midtown Daiquiri Bar and Grill off of Log Cabin Drive. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office saying that 3 victims were dead when deputies arrived on the scene. Several other people were also hurt in this. Investigators have not commented on a suspect or a possible motive.
Wow. 3 killed.
One woman is dead. Her boyfriend in custody.
3 killed in Macon. Yikes. 3 killed in what? Seattle? 3 killed in Macon.
One woman is dead. Her boyfriend in custody after police say he threw her over the 3rd floor balcony of her apartment complex. She was taken to the hospital where she died.
The incident was so gruesome that neighbors say they're still traumatized. NBC7's Kelvin Henry joins us now from the scene. Kelvin?
And now, Catherine and Michelle, I spent my day speaking to people in the community, and they say they are horrified by what happened. Now, the crews were out here today, and they were still processing the scene. And I also spoke with more neighbors that were in the immediate vicinity. They say they're still wrapping their heads around what took place.
I'm truly traumatized by what I've seen.
Charles Riddle lives steps away from where the victim lived and where the violent incident happened.
I walk out my door, and the lady that was thrown off the balcony had a bag of, I guess, her boyfriend's clothing and drops it at the elevator. And she's mad and angry, and she goes back to the apartment.
Charles says at this point, things went downhill.
But I get down the elevator and go downstairs. Before I made it to my car, I hear a commotion, and I turn around. He's got hold of her right over here, and from behind, and he heaves her over the balcony, and she cartwheels, hits head first on the ground.
Almost 24 hours later, and there is still caution tape hanging as a crew is processing what is now a crime scene. According to the San Diego Police Department, the victim was taken to a local hospital with head trauma and a broken leg, but did not survive her injuries. They say the suspect is 57-year-old Albert Turner, and the victim is 61-year-old Irene Williams. Neighbors tell NBC7 they are still shaken up by the incident and they have concerns.
Nobody is deserving of that. What he did to her yesterday.
This incident happened at San Ysidro Senior Village, which the building's website describes as a senior living community for seniors 55 and older that have experienced homelessness. The property is gated, but some neighbors say that's simply not enough. Beyond this incident, Claudia Armenta echoed the concerns stated by others about security at the property, but she is thankful for the support since the incident happened.
This morning, someone came in just to talk to my mom, to see how she's doing emotionally and all that.
As people wrap their heads around what happened, Charles is choosing to hold on to the positive memories he has of his neighbor.
I just know her by Pee Wee. That's all I know. Awesome, Pee Wee, yeah. Awesome woman.
Wow. Women forget that they can get murked, man. Their mouth. A lot of times, women just run their mouth. A lot of women get killed over their mouths, man. Like, women just talk too damn much, man.
No doubt.
Yeah. Like it was probably a point where if she would have shut the fuck up, she would still be here. And she didn't take it. She continued to just be like a hip hop, goddamn fucking urban talking mouth. Listen, man, I hate to say it, man. I can see how some guys kill their spouses. I can see it.
I can see them divorcing their spouses.
But because they don't have because especially when children are involved, and you start threatening to take the children away and all that stuff from the man, like that shit make men feel very insecure. You know what I mean? And
yeah, that's true.
You're angry and you're insecure, and you're powerless because you know that the woman can do that. It makes you vengeful, man. And women say anything in an argument. Women will go there. They will go there. They will nuke your ass in the argument. They try to. nuke your ass in an argument, a little small argument too. They'll try to nuke your ass. Yeah, man. Some of these guys just can't handle that, and then they. Hey, man. But then their lives are ruined, man. So it is what it is. What's up? Salute to Mark Ishmael, man.
What's
In the
up, brother?
building, man. What's happening, man? Could you see why a brother would kill his spouse? Can you? Not saying that you condone it, but can you?
I could see it because I've been around a lot of domestic violence. Unfortunately, my sister was a part of one.
Mm-hmm.
So, but my older sister had a slick mouth, so kind of understood. I, 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 I don't condone it, but I understand.
Yeah, it's like women. Yeah, um, it can get real, and like you got dudes that once they kill the woman, or once they decide that they're not going to prison, they're gonna kill themselves. They kill the kids too. They just white. They like, look, if I can't be part of this, if you're gonna X me out and exclude me from this family, I got something for you, bitch. I kill everybody.
If I can't have it, no one can have it. Child's mindset.
Yeah, it's definitely a punk ass mindset, but a lot of dudes feel powerless and shit. And when you make a male feel powerless and you're still around him, like you haven't left his presence, you're still around him and shit. Like, yeah, man, you chicks, man, y'all are crazy, man. Be like be like Cardi B, man. Be able to take a private jet and get the fuck on when you tired of the guy. These hood rats, these regular black women, they talk shit. I'm taking your kids away from you. You'll never see your kids. And then the dude's in the living room or the dude's sleeping in the bed. It's like, yo, you gotta be careful with that shit, all that mouth.
Yeah, but hey, they're still protected. Like, what you think about this Haley Berry and DDG thing?
I think that bitch is lying. And I
Yeah.
don't think she's lying because she's a woman. I think she's lying because it's all too convenient. It's all too convenient. Like, why the fuck? Like immediate, like now of all times, he whoops your ass. Like, well, like Chris Brown and I forgot what was going on, but uh there was a lot of drama circling that couple, and it's like, why would he choose that title of your ass? I don't know. People do strange things,
Yeah.
but but I just something about that. I just don't feel like he whooped her ass. I believe that Tory shot Meg the Stallion, but I don't. That DDG
That's
did that.
I don't know. I remember. I still remember that day. Whatever. I think it was Stunner. You were like, "I'm putting you on the stand, Stunner." How it
Yeah,
doesn't work that way. The law doesn't work that way. And
right.
I'm just like, but I don't know. The whole Tory. I'm not even gonna get into it because honestly, I don't think I know the facts. But when it comes to this DDG thing. I don't know. I think Haley Berry is just kind of an idiot, and maybe she got bad information. Like got bad information. She's just trying to be spiteful and trying to be a spiteful witch just because she can. Probably because she found out that you know he was probably smashing her cousin or something like that. So now she's trying to.
Yeah, maybe that may have been what happened. Let me go here. Salute to everybody out there, man. salute to everybody out there in YouTube landia, man. Hopefully all y'all came over here, made it over here. Hopefully all of you guys made it over. Well, a lot of them didn't. A lot of them didn't. A lot of them didn't make it over here. But yeah, we got a nice size here, man. Let's see.
The video went viral last year. This mom taking down a man who was filming her while she was changing in a department store dressing room. Well, today that man sentenced for his crimes. Paul Gonzalez was initially charged with 8 counts.
Under a plea agreement, he pled guilty to invasion of privacy for sexual gratification. Today, he was sentenced to 60 years in jail. 60 days in jail, I should say.
Your reporter, Kirsten Suzal, met that victim, joins us now.
Kirsten, she's come to terms with the plea agreement. However, she's still frustrated with part of the investigation.
Yeah, that's right. And part of that plea agreement is that he now has to register as a sex offender. Michelle Chandler spoke at the sentencing today. Although she wanted to see justice, she mostly wants to see Gonzalez get help. She told me she even waived her victim compensation and instead hopes Gonzalez will use the money to get the help he needs.
I had a lot of anger. It was like all of this rage, like, you can't do this to me.
Michelle Chandler never thought self-defense classes would be a part of her weekly routine. She also never thought she'd catch a man filming her without her knowledge. It's almost as if I can see you replaying every aspect in your head. That hasn't gone away.
No.
It was the day before Mother's Day last year when Chandler, a mother of 5, visited Nordstrom Rack in Lakewood in search of a Mother's Day outfit. Instead, she found a man filming her from the changing room next door.
I bent down and looked underneath the stall to make sure what I was seeing was correct, and he was still squatted down. He had his pants at his thighs.
Chandler grabbed the 19-year-old as he tried to escape, as shown by this cell phone video captured at the scene, while 2 male employees helped to hold him until police arrived.
Put your hands down. He started trying to take off. There was a fight.
Chandler had help in the midst of a humiliating situation until she says managers told the employees to let the perpetrator go, leaving her alone to restrain the man who violated her.
I looked at them and I said, you let people get away for shoplifting. Where does this end? And she repeated herself and said, as employees, we need you to remove yourself immediately.
Nordstrom did not respond to our questions, but its Customer Bill of Rights online says Nordstrom requires its employees to respect the basic civil and legal rights of any person suspected of shoplifting or other crime committed on store property. Investigators later found 3 additional women were filmed that day, including one who was fully unclothed. However, Chandler says Lakewood PD never pursued their identities. In the criminal case against Gonzalez, those 3 women are listed as Jane Does.
I was told, if this had happened to you and you had not known, would you want to know? Suddenly, every woman would wonder, is it me? And it could cause panic and a sizable number of people trying to contact, like flooding Lakewood PD. Will they get peace or closure? There's 2 sides to every coin.
A spokesperson for Lakewood Police told CBS Colorado, if we were able to identify these women, we absolutely would. Unfortunately, in this case, we were unable to identify who they were. Still, Chandler wants to be an advocate for those women.
I want all women and girls to be protected. I also feel like I am the only voice for 3 other women that have no idea.
Now, a year later, she says she's gained a strength she didn't know was possible.
I would not take back what I've been through for who I am today. The resilience, the strength, the interchange, and the confidence that I have. I just feel like I have my strength and my dignity back.
Nordstrom Rack in Lakewood has since changed their dressing room so the partition walls now touch the floor. Chandler believes all companies should put public safety first and construct their fitting rooms accordingly.
New tonight, William Tidwell. It's a name you might not know.
There are dozens of women who are trying to forget that they ever met him. Tidwell pled guilty to multiple felony charges and was sentenced to 20 years in prison for human trafficking, for
sleep.
sexual servitude, sexual assault, and sexual exploitation of a child.
I'd
One of the
sleep?
women
I
he
didn't
sexually
know.
trafficked and abused is telling her story tonight. She tells your investigator, Brian Moss, that he turned her and other vulnerable women into, quote, sex slaves, forcing them to live in a virtual dungeon in his home.
Yeah, Brian's with us, of course.
Jesus.
It's such a difficult thing to talk about. Why is she talking now, Brian?
Yeah,
I'm
incredibly painful to talk about.
gonna
but
say
she
it like
wants to tell
like
other women
Pantheon.
who find themselves in
Wake
situations
up.
like hers what to do and how they can get out of them. And if they do get caught up like she did,
Well, let's
they
listen
escape
to
and
this.
recover.
Oh,
Now,
all
I
right.
want to warn you.
He dozed off for a second.
Oh shit, it worked. I used that Pantheon voice. That shit woke back up.
Prove it. You can't prove I dozed though. You can't prove that I dozed though. You can't prove it.
I can't. You right.
Yeah, man. Your accusation is baseless, man.
Listen, shout out to the nation. They
Oh
know what
man,
happened.
that's something
They know what
that
happened.
Ox say he ain't do nothings.
Yeah, I didn't do nothing, man. Baseless accusations, man. From a goddamn Haitian, man. You don't even. You're not even from here, man. Making no type of.
just a musty tether.
Listen. His tribe was the one that sold my people, so I don't know. So he sold us. So
Yeah, the homies, man.
your
The
tribe
homies.
sold us.
Yeah, that's right, man. That's right. It wasn't personal, man. Wasn't that personal, man.
It was business.
Business, man. Ain't no personal. Man, look, it worked out better for you, man. What would you rather
Hell
do?
yeah.
Yeah,
It
there you
worked
go.
out
We did
good.
you a favor. We did you a favor, man. Got you off the continent, man. Let's see, man. Give me a city, man. Give me a city, man. Everybody hit the like button, support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat. Hit the like button. We
Hey,
got
I got a
172.
city. How about Austin, Texas?
We got okay, yeah. Well, everybody didn't come over here. I guess we're gonna this channel, trying to grow this channel, man. Whew, trying to grow this channel, man. I guess we had a bunch of casuals, man. They didn't come over to the Ock Nation News, man. Only got 100 something over here, man.
Hit the like button.
Yeah. Austin, man, Jesus. Joe Biden
Yeah.
diagnosed with prostate cancer. Joe been using the hell out of his prostate though. He be using that motherfucker.
Oh, I know.
Let's see. All right, here we go.
Story tonight, one person is dead in an officer-involved shooting that happened in a busy area of South Austin. Several concerned 911 calls came in about someone in a wheelchair with a firearm. Fox 7 Austin's Lauren Rangel joins us live from the scene with the latest. Lauren.
Katie, this is that intersection where it all happened, and police actually had it blocked off for hours today, at least until 5 p.m. But as you can see, it's since been cleared and reopened to drivers. As police divert traffic off William Cannon Drive near Menchaca Road Saturday, an empty wheelchair sits in the middle of a crime scene.
No officer comes to work and gets ready, puts his uniform on, walks out the door wanting to be involved in a officer-involved shooting. They take their toll.
Austin police say at around 10 a.m. they got multiple 911 calls about a man in a wheelchair blocking traffic and pointing a gun. One officer on the scene reported seeing that gun in the man's lap. When APD arrived, the man began moving up the bridge and away from police until he turned around and pointed his weapon. Police say they asked him to drop it multiple times, but the interaction ended in 6 rounds of gunfire from an officer.
The thing is, to have a gun and pointed at you, there's that's ramifications of that.
The man in the wheelchair died, and when officers retrieved his gun, they found that it was a Glock replica BB gun.
I think these are complex issues that absolutely occur in a matter of split seconds, and that's what these officers have to deal with on a daily basis.
Even my mother called me saying like, hey, are you okay? Because like she even heard about it, saying like, hey, there's a shooting going on.
Brandon Espedia works at the Shipley's Donuts down the street.
All we just saw was just cops and EMS and fire department just driving so fast that way.
Just before the shooting, he says a man came into their store matching the description.
Guy in the wheelchair with one leg, just one leg, he walked in here and then he started just talking just really fast, asking for an application.
Police have not yet identified the man, but they say no one else, including the officer, was injured.
A seriously unfortunate incident that no one wants to be involved in.
Yeah, nobody comes to work saying, yeah, I want to shoot a guy in a wheelchair today.
That was a good city. That was a great city back in the days. Now that shit turned so liberal.
Yeah, I know. Very Cali vibes without the mayhem.
Yeah. It's San Fran version of the South now.
Wow. Let's see what's up with the crime.
Definitely do miss him. We all miss him very much.
About 2 months ago, police found InfoWars writer Jamie White dead on the sidewalk directly outside of his apartment near his car, which was a Kia Soul. Police have arrested a 15-year-old and 17-year-old.
Jesus Christ.
Aztec.
Jesus Christ. I mean, on burritos, yeah, like when there ain't sun, there's on burritos. That's fucked up, man. Like, why you gotta deal with if the sun's there, it's hell on wheels. There's no suns, you got on burritos.
They still got a good shot. They still got a good shot with burritos. They got a puncher's chance.
Yeah, I get it. And as far as like the crime is not gonna be as bad, and as voluminous, as frequently. Yeah, no, I got that. Still though, like they not gliders. Gliders, they can only like be themselves around other gliders. Like they can't be like loose with their children. They gotta be like it's kind of like gliders. Gliders are like the most like where I'm at. Most of the neighborhoods where the gliders live at, it's all gliders. Like most of the little towns, it's all gliders. Like they segregate themselves like naturally. You know what I mean? Like naturally segregate themselves, especially the ones that aren't like wiggers and want to be like black and shit. They just completely segregate themselves, and they gotta live around sons and burritos who like just so different than them, man. So much different than them. So much different than gliders, man. In every way. And they're forced to live around these people and then called racist. They voluntarily live around these people, which they don't have to. And then they're called racist for it.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's so annoying.
Think about if you're a glider, right? And you see this motherfucker and his family move in. And you're like a typical glider from modern day. You don't see race, and race is nothing. And he moves in, and it's like, oh man, you got to know that. Okay, now you're gonna get loud music. Burritos like to play their music loud. The kids do stupid shit and commit crimes, but even though it's not as a level of sons, the kids commit crimes. So if you're the neighbor and she's got a couple of kids and she's settling down into her life and she moved next door to you, it's like almost like you moved next door to like a fucking problem, man. And when we get back to what I was saying about gliders, man, where like even glider, like everything gliders do is different. Like glider comedy is different than Sunman comedy. Sunman is, our comedy is based on crassness, you know, racism, of course, talking about white people and shit. High carbs and fatty foods and comfort foods. And you know what I'm saying? Like and gliders is like if you go to like a glider cookout, they're gonna like have like bean salad with like
Always on
no salt.
time. It's always on
Yeah,
time. I love that.
cottage cheese and shit.
Hell yeah.
All their dishes are not gonna have very little salt, and they're gonna be like different. They're gonna be not the same dishes that blacks would have. No matter what glider you go to, it's gonna be a little bit different. They're just different, man, and they
But
forced to live
Yeah.
around.
And
I
another thing
did
about
go to
gliders,
one I did go to one glider barbecue. Like the ones in the south is a little different. Just southern
Yeah,
gliders. So
barbecue. Well, a barbecue is a different. Barbecue is different. Okay, barbecue where
okay,
the person's
they
cooking.
cookouts are different though from gliders up north though.
It's still. I mean, it's still like not like a Sunman barbecue, but still.
No, but the food is similar.
Yeah, some. Yeah,
Sometimes.
but I mean, the high carbs, the high salt, the high sugar. You don't see that a lot from gliders. But anyway, um, we force these people to live around us. Burritos force these people to live around them. We pester them. We call them names. We declare that their whole ancestry is rotten to the core. You know what I mean? They're basically their team. They're they're just bad people. That's what we paint white people as, and then they have to live around us, and we commit so much fucking crime, and then they still don't say anything.
yeah,
And when does fuck fatigue? When does like the backlash begin?
I think the backlash begins whenever you got gliders that, do things like, blow stuff, like they do stuff where they don't care about their name getting out there, and they don't care getting slapped with the handcuffs. And immediately after getting slapped with the handcuffs, they do a press conference, and not a press conference, but they do some interview. But even that kind of sounds like a psyop. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Eloy Camarillo for this killing.
Even though like it brings peace, it's still also like everything is like the world is crashing down on the family again whenever some new information comes out.
Court records reveal Camarillo admitted that he and others stole a car in Kyle, then drove to Southeast Austin, broke the window of White's car and planned to steal it to take it for a joyride. But White confronted them. He was shot and the suspects left.
It's so unfortunate that, kids that age think that it's cool to just break into people's cars just to ride around. Definitely does bring some peace. Knowing that it wasn't necessarily targeted to him.
Court documents reveal earlier that evening the suspects had stolen a silver Kia, then tried to steal a couple more Kias before successfully stealing a black one. That black Kia was seen speeding off after the murder. Investigators say license plate readers, business and resident surveillance footage, cell phone data, and anonymous tips helped place Camarillo at the Chandelier Apartments off Douglas Street during the murder.
Even as an anonymous person, sharing that information, I know it can be very scary to bring that up. So on behalf of the family and, coming from me, like and all of his friends, we're so super grateful for that information to be shared to the right people, because it did bring some justice to what happened.
Both teens face capital murder charges in Travis County. Camarillo also faces a felony theft charge in
Hombredos just throwing their lives away. All these hombredos we talked about on the show, they're getting like life sentences, man. Those hombredos are gonna get like life sentences, and they're gonna go to penitentiary and stabbing fucking black R&B singers and shit.
Yeah. Real life American me type shit.
Yeah, they strong. They strong in prison, man. I wonder
Too bad
if
we
people
didn't.
get back.
It's too bad we didn't enslave the Hispanic people. Otherwise, they could have a lot more
I don't know.
claims
That seems
for
like a tough
privilege.
cookie.
Wow. Let's see. Salute to everybody out there, man. Let's see. Let's see what else is going on, man. What is this? Wow.
Two men shot dead outside of a home in Southeast Harris County, and police have been at that house most of the day.
Yeah, the bodies were found on the South Jamison Street in Morgan's Point. That's near LaPorte and the Port of Houston. Fox 26's Jade Fleury. She's been there for hours covering this for us. She's got the latest on the investigation.
Yeah, Anthony, the crime scene tape out here was taken down just about 2 hours ago, and the Morgan's Point Police Department is sharing very few details about what led up to the shooting, leaving people with more questions than answers.
Yo, smash.
Yeah. Smash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jade Fleury.
That's definitely a smash.
Jade Fleury. God damn. She look like a nice tall milkshake right there, man.
Like Hillary Banks.
Yeah, like a real life Hillary Banks. Better. She look better than Hillary.
But yeah, she really does look better, but it just looks like
that aesthetic. She got that aesthetic.
Right.
What's up, Burner?
She get the booty treatment.
So this is like
leave her booty alone.
The queen of the black women phenotype, right?
Oh yeah, like if like a brother got some money and it's between Boone Sheikah, Boone a black looking woman, dark butt as you call it.
Yeah.
She don't have a chance.
Yeah, it seems like the sons the white mixture ancestry like makes the noses more narrow, more like a white woman's, and that drives the Sun men wild.
Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely something. Yeah, it's definitely the aesthetic. It's definitely a lot of things, but I don't think that it's necessarily my opinion. I'm not saying that's my I'm just talking about the Sun man. Like the Sun man, from what I've seen, the Sun man love light skin, and the less African negroid that the woman looks, the better.
Yeah. It seems to me though like the Sun man has to kind of do a teeter-totter act though. Like they can't because if a Sun man gets this woman, he can still pretend like he's down for the cause and he's 100% black, right? Even though she's really mixed.
Oh yeah.
So the Sun man wants that like European nose, and he wants that good hair, but like he still has to have a somewhat black partner to be to not have his black card removed.
Yeah, like that guy right there. I would say anybody, whether actor, whether a ball player, any Sun man of need. This is what he's going to show up to the gala with, or he's going to show up to you meet his family. This is what his wife's going to look like if she's black. Now, a lot of times she's not even going to be black, but if she's black, she's going to look like this.
And that's not even an exaggeration. Like literally every. If they had the ability to pick this, they would pick this.
Yeah, you see it. I mean, just like you ever see a Sun man like for a long time in the media or in the public space, and you never saw his wife, and then you see his wife, and you're like, damn, another one. Like,
Yeah, he's gotta hide it.
She all right. She ain't all that. She all right.
Man, Burner, what you gonna do? Burner, what you doing with that, man?
see all that, man. This chick is
Yeah,
all
I mean, she all that, but I see, I do see a headache and high maintenance. So it's like I'm just kind
yeah,
of,
but that's
I'm just
that's
automatically
every
not
woman.
interested.
Yeah, that's
Hold
every
on.
woman.
That's every woman. This-
Yeah, well, but
Burner,
yeah, it is. But even if I see her, if we lock eyes, I just think, do I really want to pursue it? You know, and I
So
just
like
can't.
are you
white,
smashing Burner?
yeah, but a white guy.
All right then, down with the brown.
In a white guy's mind, I think for the most part, like 99% of the time, if they could, they will pick like a Scandinavian goddess type of look. But
you think so? Not an Asian?
No,
Not a
Asian is
Latina?
like it's really the other way around. It's really like up here in Canada, it blows my mind all the time, but there's no such thing as yellow fever. It's white fever. It's the other way around. But women don't take accountability for that. So they just pretend like these white men are out here like hunting down these Asian women when it's really the other way around.
Yeah, that's true.
I would say her color. A lot of gliders from Britain do deal with Patel women.
In any case, though, like I would say white people as like a racial group, probably I think they prefer out of all groups of people, like they like their phenotype and prefer their own phenotype for sure. Like whereas it seems with Sun men, like if they can get out, they'll get out and get a chick like this or like an Indian.
Hey,
I gotta disagree
I
with
had
you
a
on that one,
Patel.
Burner, because you guys love some tigers.
Yeah, but you have to. It's not really. It's more like this. Like we're all men, right? So like we're not picky. So if like a tiger lady is like kind of chasing like a glider around, he's like,
No, there's gliders chase tiger women, bro, a lot. It's both sides.
yes, but let me put it this way: like if a glider can get like a nice blonde, blue-eyed woman, if he has that available, in theory, right, he will always pick that, in my opinion, almost always.
The gliders that go for Asians always seem to be kind of like beta types, you know. In fact, there's
I guess that's
it's
what I'm
often
saying.
one of the signs that the guy might be secretly gay is that he's got an Asian girlfriend.
Okay, I don't know about that, but
Yo, hold on. Let me hear this. Say that, Jimmy. Say that again.
I think that the gliders that go after Asian chicks tend to be sort of beta types. They're not really strong, masculine, alpha dude types. And there is a stereotype that goes with a lot of like sort of closeted, gayish kind of dudes are like that.
So you don't.
Asian
Maybe
So you
they
don't.
want the bento
So wait.
box.
You don't. Yeah, you don't think they want that sound? You don't think they want that sound?
The sound? What do you mean? That voice?
No, we get it. Of course, men. But all men like that shit. Let's be real. Yeah, of course, that's like
But
part
to
of it.
pair up with it and partner with it and raise kids with it is kind of
Whatever. They try and make the man's life easy.
That's
It's just
part of it,
that
too.
it's just
You believe
that, Asian women, they come with an allowance. So, you're gonna
You
have
believe
to-
that an Asian woman's easier?
No,
it's true.
I'm not. I
It's
don't think
definitely
that they're
true.
easier. I think that they try and make life easier for the man's sake.
Till you have kids with them, and then they're a whole different beast.
Well, yeah.
No.
Oh.
I know a lot of Asian people, and like they have lower rates of psychopathy, just like Suns have high rates of it, and gliders are in the middle. Like so that is reflected in their women as well. But if you talk about that and you say that, then they have to like use shaming language and pretend that like you have some like fetish for these women. It's like no, like the dating market doesn't discriminate, right? It's just the market playing out, and people with good traits that are high value, people will go for them, and that's going to break across racial lines.
Now for some troubling data.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So the average IQ combination. So like white men who date white women have a
what you would expect, 100.
An IQ of about 100.
99. Nothing's 100.
White men who date black women have an IQ of about 93.
That's the black girlfriend effect. You lose 6 points.
Shit.
White men who date Hispanic women have about a 97 IQ. And white men where they date women who are a little bit well, let's say other, they're about 97.9. White hold on, let me see make sure I'm reading this correctly. Race of sex, race of partner, sex. Okay, so white when the white women who date white. Hold on, am I reading this correctly? Okay, yeah. White. When the race of the person is white, and their the race of their partner is white male. Okay, so if a woman, okay, here it is. White race of partnership, sex. Hold on. IQ of white women who date blacks versus black women who date whites. Okay, all right, here we go. There we go. Let me switch this up. So this is the IQ of white women who date black men. White women who date black men have an IQ of 93, and black women who date white men have an IQ of
95.
95. So black women who date white men are smarter than white women who date black men. That's crazy.
Yeah, 10 points.
Wait. Say that again.
In other words, is trying to say that when the races date, that the black female has a higher IQ than the white female does when they do the interracial pairings, even though it's not really that big of a difference.
Even though there is a big difference, in IQ between white women and black women.
I mean, broad strokes, it takes a less intelligent white woman to date a son and a more intelligent. What's that?
But it does make sense. Like if you're a black woman and you see the state of the black community and you see upward mobility being and you see the state of the white community, if you were a smart person would do that. You know what I'm saying? Like it does make sense. Like a smart person would do that, right?
Yes, you wouldn't want to
a little bit. Yeah.
And a dumb white woman would date a person from a community that's last in everything good first in everything bad and last in everything good. So like it does make sense. Like the white women who date black men would be making worse decisions.
It looks like a better decision to date a Hispanic right below it too, for 3 points.
So this
it would have been nice It would have been nice. Okay, go ahead.
This data is like if you're not aware of the bell curve averages, this data is kind of meaningless. But the best way to read it would be that when a white woman dates a black man, she's 7 IQ points below the average of her race. When a black woman dates a white man, she's 10 IQ points above her race average.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way to read this.
Exactly. Wow.
So go out and get yourself a smart sister.
Good luck with
It
that.
makes sense though. It does make sense though if you look at the community, because IQ is you are the sum of your decisions, right? So IQ is kind of like the things you do, the decisions you make. Like even on the test, it's like, yo, hey, look at these 4 things. Which one comes next in this sequence?
Actually,
so it's like,
I think the blacks who date blacks would have scored higher, but they didn't understand the question.
Interesting.
Yeah, that sucks.
Black female who dates black. Yeah, a black female who dates black has an 85 IQ.
Yeah, the average of her race, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a larger sample for it as well.
Yeah, the majority of people date their own race, so therefore the IQ average will be that of their race, basically.
A black man who dates white chicks as a 88 is smarter though. Like, you're smarter for dating.
It's weird. Are the uncertains, are those Asians maybe, or what? They don't even list Asians.
Like this would be like somebody like this, I guess Samoan, some kind of Asian, some kind of.
Weird that Asians aren't
Hey,
even
why didn't they put Juice Crew on this list?
That's
Everybody
in the
was,
white. That would
it's
be
under
in
white.
the white. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, well, like 95, I would imagine, if not more percent of American Jews crew are Ashkenazi. So that's
Yeah, the Juice Crew show loves to say that they have the highest among IQs. They even got
That's the Ashkenazis though.
Oh, okay, so that still counts as white.
Yeah, so that's included as white.
Oh, okay, all right. Well,
some people disagreed, and they tried to do something about it, but these days we score.
Okay, so I guess that's why new guy got to pay reparations for the sins of the white man.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Anyways, this data is just like man, I've already said it before. It's basically like ethnic hypergamy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can we move on?
It does make a lot of sense though, because I mean, if you think about it, right, it does make a lot of sense. I mean, like, look at the earning potential of white men versus the earning potential of black men.
Yeah,
The
so
woman that you make that decision, it does show that you probably are more, if not smarter, you are interacting with your environment and responding to the circumstances better.
When the Hispanics were asked to take a look at table 11 here, they actually wiped it down and removed the dishes.
Damn. Wow.
Swing and a miss.
Wow. God damn. Damn. Make sure you support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Trying to get this channel popping, man. How many people we got over here? It's like, I don't know. People just don't want to come over here, man. I don't know why. I don't know why.
It's gold over here, baby. Come on.
Clean streets, quiet neighborhoods. It's great.
Yeah, man.
They can lock them doors.
Yeah. But yeah, this is wow. Black female The race of a partner is white. Black female with the race of the partner is white. It's 94.9. You know what? That makes me think of something. Those divested sisters. You ever heard of divested?
Yeah, that's what you see. Divestors.
Those are those divestors. So divestors, and you know what I noticed about divestors? They're less threatened by white women than the typical sister. Like I listen to some divested channels, like some of those divested channels, I listen to them because they talk about crime and they talk about current events and shit sometimes too. They're less threatened by white women and obsessed with white women.
Yeah, because they're not swirlers. There's a difference. They're just like, yo, I fucking hate black people and I don't want to be in that community, period. And I don't think they're necessarily like targeting white men. I think they're open to any man, but white men are the majority in the dating selection pool. So I think they kind of define themselves as just like fuck black men as their primary kind of way. They just don't want to deal with black men.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy that they're smarter than white women who date black women. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. Wow. Interesting. Very interesting.
I find they're usually like better looking too. Like if I see a white guy, and it's rare, but when all the times I have seen it, when I see a white guy walking down the street with a black woman, she's usually like at least 2 points more attractive than the average black woman.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Wow.
She's definitely going to be thin.
Out for that. I look out.
They actually level up. Where unfortunately the son, when he gets a glider, it's a little.
That's because they accept anything.
Yeah, like he levels down, but he thinks he's leveling up because it's
Yeah, I
glider.
know.
Yeah, most of the ones I see, they look like mud ducks.
My snow queen.
You said it for me. Thanks, guys.
Wow. Yeah, that's some deep shit.
Shout out to the Denver Nuggets.
I'm gonna need for all of my dumbass family because to stop calling talk about some. Well, what do you think about what Trump doing now? You see what Trump doing now? Listen, I got what I wanted out of my vote the very first week that Trump was in office, okay? I wanted women to get their rights back and for them to stop letting transgenders play in women's sports. And I wanted them to take all of the LGBTQIA, B, C, D, E, F, G out of the schools and to stop forcing it on children and get them nasty ass books out of the kids' schools. I got what I wanted out of my vote. I wanted all of those illegal immigrants that was here hurting American women to get deported. I got what I wanted. Stop asking me. I'm good. I'm back to living my life like you don't do. Because every single 4 years, y'all dumbasses let the richest black people in entertainment stand up and tell you that you can't do it and that you being held down. When their very existence is showing you that that's not true. I'm going to need for all of
See, this is another, like this again would be a queen in Blackistan, right? That phenotype.
Mm-hmm.
That nose in particular. I think that's what the Sun men really like.
The hair, if it's real.
The hair too. Well, if the hair can if the hair doesn't beat gravity, then the Suns will like it because it flows, and that's important too. Well, not just Suns. Every man feels that way, right?
Yeah. The hair wise, yes, but the nose thing, man. I'm not looking at no chicks with her nose.
What is this guy doing?
They're out.
I keep telling him not to put these sticks up in my yard, and he keeps doing it, and I'm gonna keep pulling them down. I don't want holes in my fucking yard. Call him. Keep this shit out my yard. Keep them. You don't want me to throw them away.
It's my property.
Keep them out my yard.
And I don't want to see you step behind that.
All right, get out my yard. You just told me it was okay when we stepped in your yard the other day, you lying ass fuck. Yeah.
A man has to listen to that. You know.
I keep telling him not to put these sticks up in my yard. And he keeps
that
doing it, and I'm
man
gonna
will
keep
get
pulling them
knocked out by
down. I
her.
don't want holes in my
She'll
fucking
punch him in the
yard.
face.
I mean, without any further context, though, I do kind of side with the Sun woman on that. Well, like, why is he doing that?
He's probably tired of picking up her trash off his lawn, and you know,
something like that. Yeah, it drove him mad, right?
Tony Tomahawk. I think you're muted, man.
Whatever's wrong, whatever the problem is, from a lot of black people, because of their disposition, because of their countenance and the way they present, a lot of people feel like just naturally, like, yo, if I tell this person, like if I come to this person with my grievance, it's gonna be a problem. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of people, you know.
Thank God blacks never have grievances.
Yeah, but no, a lot of people hesitate to come at blacks with their grievances because they know, right, they're probably gonna cut your attitude. That's what they think, right?
Because they want to live.
Just from black people's countenance, the way they bop, the way they move, the way they act, the way they do it, the way they talk. So this guy's probably instead of coming at her with the grievance, he decided to probably build a fence. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying, and then of course that makes it even worse because then it'll be interpreted as like passive aggressive by the black. And then you get that video.
Yeah, and then you become you get validated because it ends up being a problem. They end up cussing you out. They end up reacting violently.
Yeah,
it's time to move.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to get up in the morning, guys. Take my daughter to school. Any final thoughts?
Hey, I just had a quick question. Do you still listen to Chaotic Truth at all?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just curious on how you felt about him, or it just seems like it's just FBA goy slop, from here until eternity. I was just
His numbers have improved.
Too chaotic for me.
His numbers have improved with that FBA shit.
Oh, okay.
Foundational.
Okay. So he's just, man, it's just no. Well, it's just people, a bunch of dudes shouting at the microphone about nothing, all day. But whatever.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, man. If it wasn't working, he would do something different. So that must be working for him, man. You know what I mean? That must be his that might be his lane. Like every YouTuber, most YouTubers, like when dudes jumped in the manosphere, a lot of dudes jumped in the manosphere because for views.
Right.
A lot of dudes jumped in the manosphere for views. They said, "Oh shit, I can get views talking about this shit." And then when that shit dried up, guess what? They jumped out of it.
Yeah. I get that. Entertainment over everything, but it's just when you got a guy
into one
who
stream, and it was pretty entertaining. But I think he fancies himself a Jerry Springer type.
Yeah, not as a serious person. Let's get some minds. Let's present issues on the table and come to some kind of resolution. It's more of
he was a big Howard Stern fan, so that's why.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, it just felt like a shift for me, but I was just curious. That's all I had on.
All right. Same black time, same black channel. I'm out of here. Subscribe.
Thanks, Doc.
Salute.
Thanks, Doc.